What's up guys, this is Liquid Raven and I'm going to share with you my unboxing of the Steam Deck. First of all, let me mention that this video is sped up 50%, so 2 times as fast. So you might hear me speak or laugh like a chipmunk. And this is going to be a full unboxing. I did not cut any of the tape yet. This is as I got it. So as I got it, I put tape on my shipping label and then I just started going into it. I put up the camera and it just started going into it. So everything is as I got it. So right now you see me pull out the power adapter, which is in a separate little box on the left hand side. And that's split up by a little piece of cardboard, I guess for cushion or added protection between the switch and the power adapter. There's nothing special about the power adapter. It has a really long cord, a pretty long cord. I think I'll just put down how long it is on the side here. But it's a pretty long cord compared to the Nintendo Switch power adapter. The only difference is the amount of power that goes through it, because the Switch doesn't need as much power as the deck. So it does give out a bit more power. I think it's 40 watts from what I know. So there was also a little booklet in there with the power adapter. I didn't really read it. It was just a bunch of different languages. I think it's about the power adapter or about the deck. I'm not sure, but it just a bunch of text. Now you should see me pull out the Steam Deck, and the box that it came in is the same thing, a bunch of text all in the inside of it. Nothing too special, different languages, text, split up by periods, not too important. It's kind of stylized, but it's just going to go in the garbage, to be honest. The Steam Deck itself is wrapped up in plastic, easily removed, and then there's this paper around it. Nice packaging, but it's as you see in the video, when I try to properly take out the paper around the Steam Deck, it kind of rips. So I just rip it open. It's kind of fragile anyways. It's not a big deal. I mean, this is all going in the garbage anyways. There's also this secure plastic thing that holds the zippers together, and you are going to have to cut that off with like scissors or something. And in the back of the Steam Deck, there's a little sort of divot and the strap going around it. And underneath that strap in the divot is like a pouch for, I guess, the power adapter. Which I do try to put the power adapter in there and it fits, but it's kind of tight fit. And the cable is coming out. I don't know. I don't think it's a good pouch for it, but hey, it's kind of squishy. It's kind of a little squishy, very protective. It is kind of as you see me there, I'm kind of squishing it a little bit, the case, to see how squishy it is. But it is pretty squishy, and it seems like it would protect stuff, but I don't understand why it's for the power adapter. I think that it could be something different for, you know, a case for the little power adapter, or you can just throw it like in a backpack or something. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, you can probably use it for like throwing dice in there if you're like into D&D or something, and you want to throw your 12-sided dice in there. I mean, that's a cool little pouch for that if you want it. So the zipper on the Steam Deck case is pretty sturdy. I like the design of it. It's actually pretty nice. Pretty well made. Zips all the way around to the back. Oh, also the deck has a little strap, a little carry case sort of strap that you can, I guess, hold on to it. But that strap in the back, I have no idea. You saw me earlier messing around with it. I don't know where you're supposed to strap that, to your leg, to your arm. I don't know. I don't know why that's there. It's weird. But there is a little strap you could just carry on, and that's pretty nice. And as I open the deck case, you'll see the Steam Deck inside, and there's like a little pulley. It's just a little strap so you can sort of pull, and the deck will come out, so you don't have to kind of grab the deck. You just pull the little pulley and it'll lift it up for you, and then you can grab it. And there's also a microfiber cloth back there in the back. I didn't really open it. I haven't opened it yet at all, but it's a nice little microfiber. It has a logo on it. Pretty cool. The Steam Deck itself is pretty nice. I'm just messing around with all the buttons and just making sure they click, make sure everything works, nothing's sticky, which nothing is. I mean, it's brand new, it looks pretty nice, and everything looks like it's great. And I'll show you where all the buttons are, I guess. On the top left is the volume buttons, and also the jack for the headset or whatever you want to plug in there. It's the microphone jack or headset jack, whatever it is. And on the right hand side is the power and the power supply and the power button to turn on the system. And on the bottom is for the SD card, and you know, just put an SD card for more memory. The buttons on the back are a little bit stiffer, so you don't accidentally push them. Like, that's what I felt, or sort of was feeling, is that you can't really accidentally push them. You have to actually put some pressure on them to push them. But I've never actually used those in a game. As long as I've had this Steam Deck, I've never had to use those buttons at all. The L and R buttons are nice. The secondary L and R buttons, the ones on the bottom, those are sort of controlled by how much you push them. I guess they're for racing games, so it's like an accelerator. You can push them slightly and it'll go slowly, or you can push them down all the way and it'll go a lot faster. I never really like the way the top L and R are for most controllers, and on this one even worse, because they're kind of hard to reach. They're like kind of up, and they are kind of hard to press, but I guess some people like it, some people don't. I don't like controllers. I'm like a keyboard and mouse person, so that's just my gripe personally. The joysticks are fine, the buttons are fine. I've been playing games, but like I said, I'm a keyboard and mouse person. I prefer a keyboard and mouse over any kind of controller. It's just more precision, more precise, more accurate to use a keyboard and mouse than it is to use a controller. The same thing with the trackpads. Trackpads are nice, they're okay, but it's the same thing. I'd rather use a keyboard and mouse than a trackpad. So I hit the power button and it doesn't turn on. So I'm guessing the Steam Deck doesn't come with power in it, but it actually does. It comes with like it came to me at least with like a 40-45% charge, and it will eventually turn on. I just hit the power button and it eventually turned on. Actually, when I hit the two buttons, the Steam button and the dot button, the deck did make noise. That's why I thought there was power in it, but it didn't turn on when I hit the power button. But it did take a little while, and it eventually came up. I actually plug in my Nintendo Switch power bank just because I didn't think there was any power, but it did just come on. And when it comes on, there's a welcome screen, and then there's a language selection, and then after the language selection, I think it's the hookup to the internet. And once you get connected to the internet, it starts installing, just installing something. I guess it's just updates or whatever it is. But it starts out at like 5 minutes, and then it goes down to like 3 minutes or 2 minutes, and then it goes back up to 5 minutes. It's kind of wavy, but the whole time I think it took average maybe 3 to 4 minutes around there. And during the installation, you can hit a help button. I guess it brings up a QR code, which I did in the video, bring up this QR code, but I never went to it. I never scanned it, but I guess you can pause my video and go to it if you want. And also during the installation, I kind of compare my Nintendo Switch screen, the OLED screen, to the Steam Deck and see the size. I mean, it's pretty much the same size. I think actually maybe the OLED maybe has a bigger screen because of the borders are so thin, and I think the Steam Deck doesn't have that kind of a thin border. But I mean, they're pretty much the same size to the screen. The only big difference, I think, is the controllers. There's just the controllers are attached to the Steam Deck, and they are a bit bigger. And it's a little bit heavier too, of course. I also try to fit my Steam Deck into the water-filled case that I got for my Nintendo Switch, and it is actually the bigger one, the one that's supposedly supposed to fit the Switch with some specific controller in there, so they made it bigger, but it doesn't fit. So I'm gonna have to find a whole different case for it. Hopefully Waterfield will make a case for the Steam Deck. Otherwise I'm gonna have to find something else. I'm thinking maybe just finding something heavy duty, actually, so I can just grab it and stick it in my backpack. I kind of don't want to carry it around. I mean, I have plans. I have a vision in my head of what I want to do with the Steam Deck, and I kind of need a backpack because I want to take a keyboard, I want to take a mouse with me, and eventually a screen as well. I'm just gonna fit it in my bag with the Steam Deck and then set it up wherever I go. So I think I need a backpack for that kind of stuff. So I guess while we watch the Steam Deck update itself, I'm going to go ahead and tell you my plans and why I got the Steam Deck in the first place. So why I got it in the first place was because I wanted a portable gaming device. I had the Switch, and I still have the Switch, and I go to work. I drive to a location, it's like a parking lot, and then I wait for the bus, and then I get driven on the bus to my work location, and that usually takes about 50 minutes on the bus, one-way drive. And then after I'm done from work, I get on the bus and I take the same amount, like 50 minute drive back to the parking lot, when then I get in my car and then I drive home. So I'm in a bus for 45 minutes one way and then 45 minutes, so it's like an hour and a half that I'm in the bus and doing nothing. I can sleep, whatever, but I like to spend my time playing video games. Of course, I'm a gamer. So that's why I had the Switch, and now I have the Steam Deck, and so far that I've only had it for those 2 weeks, it's been amazing. I mean, I have this huge library on my Steam Deck. I have like over 500 games, and I haven't played most of them. Like, I think 80% of my library I haven't even played at all. And now I have the opportunity to go back and play them. I mean, I have so many games because of the free games that were given to me. Games were on Steam sale. Games were in bundles, and I got games, you know, for $1, for $5, for $10. You know, Steam always has sales, and it's crazy the sales that they have. They're always like discounted so much sometimes. And I was just like, whoa, this is a good game. I should buy it now, and then maybe I'll play it later. Well, now I have that chance to play it later, and so far it's been great. I mean, I look forward to my bus rides. I look forward to getting on the bus and then just playing my Steam Deck. And I did that with the Switch, but with the Switch, like, now I have the Steam Deck, and it has so much more. I mean, the only thing that the Switch has now is the Nintendo titles, and the last Nintendo title that I played, I believe, was Metroid Dread, which was a great game, but like, Nintendo titles come too far apart. Smash Brothers was great. I love Smash Brothers. I mean, there's a couple of other ones, but still, like, the library the Steam Deck provides is immense. And also, I wanted it to be able to put it in my backpack and take it to like a diner or to like a Starbucks and just sit down, set up real quick, and start playing while I'm like drinking coffee, having a beer, whatever, you know, just like relaxing and play. Because like, I'm a gamer, I play video games, and that's where I find enjoyment in daily to day life, is, you know, playing video games and playing with other people. And you know, I don't really, like, if I do go out, I just don't talk to people. It's just not what I do. I'm not a social person. People sometimes they'll look at me and like, oh, what the hell is he doing? He's like playing video games and he's quiet. Yeah, and people get to know me and they like me, but still, like, my thing is that I just want to play games. It's just what I do. I just want to enjoy my life. That's how I enjoy my life. So let's go ahead and go back into the unboxing and setting up of the Steam Deck. So as soon as it's done installing all of the updates, I get a message, an error message, saying that the power that I'm using isn't sufficient enough. So the the power bank that I got for the Nintendo Switch wasn't giving enough power to the Steam Deck, and I do find out that later on. I look at the power, and as it's charging, it's actually, when I'm playing a game and as it's charging, it's actually depleting. So I am gonna need to find another power bank for the Steam Deck, specifically, because the one that I got for the Nintendo Switch is just not good enough. So after that screen, I go to log in to my Steam account. Since it's a new device, it asks for a password that it sends to your email. Go ahead and look up my email, and went ahead and entered that password really quick. Once you get logged in, it's sort of goes through a sort of welcome, or shows you where some of the things, the key features of the Steam Deck are, the SD, the power, the Steam button, and so on and so forth. Once you click all past that, you're in your account and you're good to go. And just to tell you right off the bat, I really was not impressed with the menu. It was kind of clunky. I felt that it was kind of clunky, a little awkward to navigate. Even with the touchscreen, it was just a little weirdly put together. It's a lot better and a lot easier to navigate your Steam account on the laptop or on a computer, but on the Steam Deck, it's kind of clunky and weird. I hope they kind of fix that. It is just kind of weird. It's like you're using a phone and a phone screen to scroll through certain things. It's not right. I mean, they can definitely finesse it and make it a lot better, more user friendly, I would say. And there were some things that were not obvious that I had to look up, like getting into the desktop. I thought it was just clicking there's a button on the top left that looks like a window within a window, and I thought that's how you get to the desktop, but I still don't know what that button does. And I think in the past it was explained that that button should take you to the desktop, but it doesn't. I have no idea. That button so far, it does nothing. I've clicked it many times. It does nothing. The way you get to the desktop is you actually have to click on the Steam button, go scroll down to power, like you're gonna turn it off, and then from there, from the power, you get the option to go to the desktop mode, which is kind of weird and obscure how they do it. They should just maybe in a future update, they're going to make that button work and you just go to the desktop by hitting that button. But right now, it's kind of, you have to kind of work around just to get to the desktop, which is kind of weird and strange. The button on the right hand side, the ... button, that button is really helpful, really user friendly. You can hit that button while you're playing games, and it's really nice, convenient. Actually, I think you should always, like, one of the things that I didn't like about it, and hopefully they fix this as well, is when you're playing a game and you're low on power, you get no indicator. There's nothing telling you that, you get no sound, you get no vibration, you get no blinking light, you get no icon, nothing. It just, you run out of power and the game shuts off. And that kind of sucks. So the only thing you can do is periodically check to see where your power is. So by hitting that ... button on the right hand side during a game, which is fine, you can hit it during a game, during a sequence or a movie or whatever. It'll bring up how much battery power you have. It'll bring up options for sound and all that stuff. So that button is pretty useful. So I'm going to go ahead and end my blabbering about the Steam Deck. I did mention some of the bad things about it, and I think I haven't played with it enough to experience the whole thing, and I've found out so much about it that I have ideas about where I want to take it, because I didn't know that I wanted to take it to those places until I got it, because now that I have it, there's so many things I can do with it, and it just, a light bulb goes in my head, like, oh, what if I do this? What if I try that? Has anyone done this? And actually, one of the things is I wanted to try to put Adobe products in it. Like, I wanted to try Photoshop on there, and actually I found a way to do that, which people on Reddit have told me that it's not possible unless you uninstall the OS and then install Windows or make a virtual machine inside or something like that. But I found a way to do it without, and I'll do a video about it. But regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. I'll make videos in the future about what I'm doing with the Steam Deck, my setup, and when I get my setup, it's gonna come in like 2 days from now, from the making of this video, and I'll set it up and see how that works out. And I'll take it places, and maybe I'll record some video of that, and also setting up Photoshop Creative Cloud Suite on my Steam Deck, and seeing if you guys like that. That'd be great. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it right now, and hopefully this was educational for you guys. Told you a little bit about the Steam Deck, my first impressions, showed you an unboxing, and I hope you guys enjoy. And if you guys don't have a Steam Deck yet, hopefully you'll get it soon. And if you haven't bought one yet, I really recommend you getting it. Even if you do not have a PC, this is a really cheap PC that has a lot of power behind it, and you can do a lot with it. So if you're low on money and you want to get a PC, this is the next best thing. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. This is Liquid Raven. See y'all.
Mm-hmm.